but it's not going to be easy. So correctly said, it's a difficult thing at times, but once you persevere, you are there.
Yeah, the challenges come, and they're thrown at you that you didn't anticipate, you didn't expect, and you get up one day and you realize, oh, wait, no, I didn't cut out for this, or this isn't, but life, it's life, and it's reality, and you can't stop, or you can't say, I want to give up. You really have to persevere in order to get the goal.
Definitely. I had my challenges at Samsal Doubles with this brand in particular. I actually set a very high standard for myself, and again, at times it becomes very difficult to maneuver.
Yeah.
But success is there for everyone.
Yeah.
Once you choose a particular path, as I say, being consistent, for me, consistency, punctuality, and reliability is the key to success.
That is so true.
Yeah.
Those are things that are extremely important. It's not easy, or it doesn't come in a platter, and you have to persevere. You have to be able to give up certain things in order. But you started off, before you got into the food industry, which you've successfully done, despite whatever came your way. Your strength was not in this at all. As a child, did you like cooking? What were, in terms of as a child or as a young boy growing up, did it ever at any point of time cross your mind, I'm going to have a restaurant, I want to get into the food industry? Did it ever cross your mind?
Not really, Not really. I was more into maybe the automotive industry.
Yeah.
But growing up, childhood, my mom always, have us in the kitchen at a very young and tender age.
Yeah.
And I grew to love it though, but I
Yeah.
never really actually think that I would follow this path in terms of where I am at right now in
Yeah.
the food industry.
Yeah.
But yes, she did a tremendous job by actually allowing me to build. She created that foundation for me to
Yeah.
build. But
Yeah.
me, I actually took different paths, which was in the automotive industry. I started working at Macram Passad, where I was an automotive machinist.
Yeah.
And from there, I actually built my other brand, which is Samsal Diagnostics, in terms of in the automotive industry as well, where
Yeah.
I repair vehicles, I diagnose vehicles for individuals and lots of prominent people that have a wrong. And I weren't able to juggle both the food industry as well as the automotive industry.
Yeah.
And I kind of just held back a bit on my automotive aspect of it, and I just focus more on the industry itself. That really, I see a lot of great benefits, and the purchasing public, the way that I see people give their feedback to me in that industry in particular, I kind of just went and put my whole 100 there.
Yeah.
So
you were successful doing that.
Oh,
You tasted success there.
that definitely.
What was it that led you to get into food? Because from mechanics to food is completely, it's different. Why? Because you were doing well. You were quite successful in that field.
Correct.
You built a name for yourself. You worked hard, you put everything into that, and you were successful there. But what was it that you decided, you got up and said, but wait now, I go and do doubles and pies, but with a twist.
With a twist, correct.
Which I love, right? We're going to go to some important messages. When we return, we're going to be talking about how, he transformed from one industry to another. When we return, stay with us. Make sure that
every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
I'm Smith. Have you ever wondered what a man is thinking? Have you ever wondered why a man does what he does? Well, join us on our new show called A Man's Perspective, right here on Real TV on Mondays 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., where we discuss just that. The points, the clues to get into a man's mind, right here on Real TV, bringing reality to you.
Welcome to the Power Play, the most exciting period in sport. Join us every Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. as we bring to you all things sport. We break down football, cricket, basketball, all the latest sports in the Caribbean and of course across the world. Right here on Real TV, your station for local sport. Real to the heart, local to the core.
Get ready to party with a purpose. The GMVS Community Parent Support Group presents Party with a Purpose, the Cooler Fete, fully AC activated and sailing aboard the Harbor Master on Friday, December 12th, 2025. Boarding starts at 7:30 p.m. We sail from 8 to 11 p.m. and it's just $250. Bring your cooler and your crew, but remember, no glass and no firearms. It's good vibes only as we party for a cause. Music by DJs Doll, Smalls, and Chunks, featuring Rihanna Gopal, Amit Suknanan, Rishi Singh, Suresh Miraj, the original Pumping in the Sandman, and Tracy D. For tickets, call Crystal at 379-9248. That's Party with a Purpose, the Cooler Fete. Cool vibes, warm hearts, and all for a good cause.
Allowing us to influence you in a positive way, add value. You know, knowledge is power. And it also, when we hear of others who would have had their challenges but persevered and they've made it in life, their dreams became a reality. Sometimes when we feel we've hit rock bottom or we can't go anymore, these are the people that motivate us, that inspire us, so that we could go on and we can persevere and we can not give up, but rather push even harder through the challenges. Welcome back. I'm in conversation with a pioneer. He's a businessman. I'm speaking of no other than Mr. Nawaz Muhammad. He is the owner of, when we talk about Samsal, hot on the spot doubles and pies, you know, he is the owner and he is the live wire, the heartbeat behind these absolutely delicious pies and doubles, and when we get into the conversation you'll find out why I even applaud him more, because he's just so innovative in his thinking, and that is what sets others apart, Mr. Muhammad. That is what really sets others apart. So you eventually got into this, which is hot on the spot doubles and pies. Why did you? How did you? What reason? Because you were doing well.
Right. So it was during the period of COVID.
Yeah.
COVID, actually, I learned a lot from COVID. I built this brand during that period of time where I was at home, and I'll give you the story behind it. I was at home and I've been in this industry for maybe approximately 13 years.
13 years.
13 years.
Nice.
Now, 9 years would have been where I was involved with someone and they grew that doubles industry. That was their thing. So I learned from them. I knew nothing about doubles to begin with, right?
Yeah, you just like having it. You
I
love
just love it. Consuming it is okay.
Yeah.
I always do that on a weekend, but actually, doubles creating that product is something I had no knowledge of, I
Right.
must say. So I want to give credit to the individual that I may have learned from,
That's
and
very nice.
I don't know if they are still in the same industry, but if they are, I hope they are doing well. And so it goes back again 4 years. January will make it 4 years for me as an individual Samsal brand flying that banner.
Stepping out.
Stepping out on my own.
Stepping
Yeah.
out of your comfort
Yeah,
zone.
definitely.
And it is something that you learned via
Yeah,
circumstances. Good.
definitely.
Excellent.
And I'll go back to where I was at home during the COVID period, and they were like, only the essentials alone were able to operate supermarkets, pharmacies, and stuff.
Correct.
And my family, my uncles, my aunts, they were like, well, we can't get doubles because they have actually restricted us. So you have been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
You can't do it for us here?
And let me tell you, I've realized, watch this short, guys. I've realized that when you can't have something is when you want it most.
Yeah.
So I also, during that period, wanted doubles all the time. We're missing our doubles.
Yeah.
So yeah, and people started trying to make it at home.
Correct.
People started being very thinking outside of the box and being innovative and doing their own thing at home, which was good. A lot of families, it caused a lot of families to get closer, but it also caused a lot of families to, because people just couldn't tolerate being with each other too. So there are two sides to that
Definitely,
scenario.
correct.
Let's go back to you now
Yeah,
and your
so
family saying, well, you make some doubles for us.
Well, actually, I took that challenge up.
Yeah.
It was my first time actually doing it.
Yeah, on your own.
On my own, definitely on my own. And it's like, after completing the whole process, it's like they were having it and they were like, oh my God, it's like something that you need to get outside there. And I was intrigued. I was like, okay, I did a fantastic job because I even had it myself. I said, wow, yeah, okay, this is something I think I could have again.
Yeah.
And doing that, I have, that was the first week, and then it becomes something that keep carrying on, right? Like,
People kept asking.
they were like, well, my family in particular, I say, okay, well, then we'll have this tomorrow again. We could do it the day after. I say, okay, so we would go take it one step at a time.
Yeah.
On doing that, eventually, two of my friends overheard. Now, one is Anil Ramdewan, the owner of Treads. That's around West Main Road. It's a clothing store that sells genuine clothing as well as colognes and stuff. Anything you need to get there, sneakers, slides, whatever it may be, that's the guy.
From there already.
That's
they're very warm and very
welcoming,
very, yes,
very
I have to
welcoming.
say that, yeah.
And being that individual, as well as back then, I had another friend, Bisham. We call him Fats. He had a vegetable stall. He was part of the essentials at that time where he was able to operate.
Yeah.
But again, nobody could get doubles.
Yeah.
And it just so happened, came about, I went to purchase some, I think it was Shadow Benny or whatever it was from him, to make that same doubles for my family members. He was like, what are you going to do? You're going to cook?
Yeah.
I said, I'm making doubles. And he was like, doubles? Serious? Yeah, he's like, you can, you'll drop some for more.
Yeah.
I was like, when I make, I'll call you, you'll pass, pick it up.
Uh-huh.
Well, that actually went with the win. It's like, he messaged me back after consuming it and say, no. I see even on social media, people that say, you all need to get this outside. You need to get this outside. And it went from word of mouth there, where it is, he actually started letting other individuals know who come to his establishment and say, I took for him. Yeah, I took for him there, and he started distributing to individuals. And from there, this thing really took off like wildfire. And I was really, 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 I don't know, the word is so, like I lost for words when it is, I saw how people were coming home by me. They was like, is this the place where I sell doubles? We could get. I say, I'm not open to the public, just really for family members and maybe one of my friends, And I took it upon myself and I said, this is maybe something that I really need to invest my time in.
Yeah.
And so said, so done.
You see how sometimes we settle for one thing, but there's a master plan or gift that we have.
Correct.
Or something, the ability to do something we don't recognize or understand that it's
Definitely.
within us. Just waiting to take birth. And it's as if this industry was just waiting. You had the hand for it, you knew the know-how. And so it started off simple with just doubles in terms of chana and bara.
That's all.
With the sauces.
Definitely. That's all where it
and
started.
The pies.
The pies.
The aloo pies were with the aloo pies or
It-
dal
it's-
pies?
So it was, it's aloo pies with bygone pies as well. I also have cheese pie,
Yeah.
sahina, bread and chana with cheese.
Oh, you do all of that?
All of that. Now, presently, I do that. And then I came up with my gourmet pies.
And are we going to go into that after
Oh.
when we come back from the break? But I want to talk a little bit about you starting this new path, this new industry. Now, I will say this openly. I have a great respect and admiration for people who make doubles, and I'll tell you why. We go out there and yes, we love it and we have it, but I don't think we truly understand the work and the time that goes into making and preparation for doubles. I mean, I would have seen it in little documentaries and things like that, but it's really very time consuming. And for like your good self and other double vendors or pie vendors, it's really a lot of their time that they're investing. And to feed us, to give us a breakfast that's affordable, and that's the
Correct.
truth. Because a quarter roti right now in some places is $15 or $20
Correct.
for a quarter roti with vegetable, and you could still get a doubles for $6 or $7.
Correct.
Just think about it. It's satisfying, it's delicious. It may not always be healthy to have every day, but you have it in moderation like anything else.
Correct.
But the thing is, it's affordable, and that chana is very nutritious, and that's the takeaway, and that's what we need to understand. When we return after this next break, we're going to really talk about him now taking the doubles that we are accustomed having, which is the chana and doubles, right? With all the sauces. Now, I don't like sweet sauce and all that kind of madness, right? I just like roast pepper and pepper.
Correct.
Or a little
The
if
old
you
school
have
doubles.
nothing sweet. Yeah, I don't like ice sweet already. I don't need anything sweet. But even we're going to go into how you took that and you change it up a little bit, and now it's in demand.
Demand,
when we
correct.
return. Let's go to these important messages. This is the program Conversations with Zelisa right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. Let's go to these messages. I am Zelisa Rupani, inviting you to join me for the rebirth of Apne Sitare, Our Stars, a vibrant and spectacular show celebrating the incredible local talents of the sons and daughters of Trinidad and Tobago. Experience the beauty of our culture through singing, dancing, and musical performances as we keep the arts alive and shining bright. Tune in right here on Real TV every Sunday from 1 p.m. for Apne Sitare, Our Stars. See you there.
The Ambassador's Daughter, Weekdays at 5 p.m. only on Real TV.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. To all of our local, regional and international viewers, thank you so much for choosing us, allowing us to influence you in a positive way. You know, I always say, and I will continue to say, knowledge is power. When you have knowledge, you make better decisions. You see things in a different light. You handle things in a different light. You're just empowered with knowledge so that you know better. Yeah, and of course you make better choices for a better tomorrow. I'm in conversation with a son of the soil, a San Juan. He's a live wire behind the Sal Hot on the Spot doubles and pies, and of course he is no other than Nawaz Muhammad. And we're talking about a path to success, a path that he didn't even recognize that was going to be part of his life, that now consumes his life. And welcome back, Mr. Muhammad.
Oh, thank you.
You know, before we go into your invention, right, which I like, I really when I spoke with you on Friday, I said, but I have to have you on my show.
Yeah, definitely.
You
I
must
remember
come on
that.
the show.
Yeah.
I said, I don't care what you do, and
Yeah.
you know, it is important that, and because it's your only day off.
Well, correct.
And the reason I'm saying this is because, as I said earlier, the time that you have to spend, it's time consuming. You're on your feet all the time, because you have to be cooking, prepping, then you have to be serving. It's not somewhere where you sit and you know, you have to
correct,
be on top
yeah.
of things as they come, wrap it, make it, fly it, make sure it's on, you know, it's really serving. It's a service oriented business.
Definitely.
And so let's talk a little bit before we go into your invention. I want to talk a little bit about the work and the time that it takes to get us, your clients, into a place where, oh God, I could only eat one, you know, but you're going to have three because sometimes you want it because it's so delicious. Talk to us about the work and the time that goes into it.
I think that's an excellent question that you posed to me. A lot of people, as you say, only know the consumption of the product, but the work and the effort that goes behind it, it's really something that no one knows. It's behind the scenes.
Exactly.
It's behind the scenes. So I would give you a little insight on how my day goes. So my working hours start at 12 midnight.
12 midnight.
Right.
12 midnight. You see
Correct.
me, when I started the industry many moons ago, I started on radio, and that's where I started.
Yeah.
12 to 4 a.m. Suba hours.
Yeah.
And I could tell you could never make up for night residues.
Never.
Never.
So I actually, as I said, start from 12 midnight, and I operate within a 12-hour window period, which is until noon.
So 12 midnight
To 12
to 12 noon.
Yes.
Let us explain to us how that from 12 o'clock, what do you do? How does it happen?
Okay. So again, it's not myself. I have my kids involved as well.
Nice.
And let me say, that's how I came up with my brand, Samsal Doubles. Because my eldest son is Samir. The older one is Salim. And I have a younger one who is 3 years old. That's Savir, right? So again, so I took the Sam from Samir and the Sal from Salim. And I put it together and came up with this Samsal Doubles. Right? Now, my kids has been doing this since I started.
Yeah.
So one being 17, he would have started when he was 13.
Very young.
And the one who is 14 would have started when he was 10.
Very young.
Right. And my older son, the 14-year-old, is one of my main rappers for my Bar Terrier branch. He's also a student of the Vishnu Boys Hindu College.
Very nice. He's a student and he's still involved. Excellent.
Yeah. And my eldest son, he's a student of the Bataria South Secondary School.
Very nice.
Salim, the older one, also a part of his badminton team in school. So for him to juggle rapping for me in the business place, as well as going for training right after, like he had to do yesterday, get no rest because I wake up almost the same time like myself to get things done. And this is how I actually have fuel to continue doing it because of their support. My wife is on board. My mother-in-law plays a pivotal role in the industry as well.
Nice. So it's a family.
It's family oriented.
That's beautiful.
It's family oriented. And it all starts with us. That's our 12. My workers, presently I have 11 workers. I have 11 workers.
You employ 11 people.
Yes. Presently
you
11.
You put food on their tables.
Definitely.
You help them pay their bills.
Exactly. I fuel their commitments.
Bless you.
I fuel their commitments.
Bless you.
And it's something that I love doing. It's a passion that I have. It's not what I do, and this is where people need to understand. You could only grow from strength to strength because you have to be fueled by passion. It's not always about what you could generate. I may look at that aspect in terms of finances whenever my business really established. I mean, it's established now, but where I want to be, I'm not there, but I'm glad of where I am right now. I'm on the road that going to do greater and bigger things. But again, I just didn't want to stray from the point where it is we start at 12, right? But I need to get my...
It's important that you share and understand that. And I think that's part of sharing the information, that you've started doubles, and yes, it's a family affair and the tradition started with family, but I'm happy that you were able to tell us that you employ 11 people. Employing 11 people is really remarkable because you are fueling. Yes, they're working for it, they deserve it, but the fact is there are 11 people that are employed and they're sure that dollar could buy some food for them, could pay their bills. They're not sitting down and depending on anybody, but they're working for it. But you've created that avenue, and may God bless you and your family.
Yes, thank you. I have. A lot of people, I do not know, they have I would say the misconception that I purchase my product and resell. That's not true.
It's from scratch.
It's from scratch.
And you are the cook.
I am the cook.
You know what I would like to find out? How do you maintain consistency? I'm curious because for the pepper sauce to taste the same all the time, for the doubles itself to taste and have that consistency for the bara, you understand, for people to keep wanting to acquire the taste and come back for that.
Correct.
How do you maintain that?
Okay.
You have a recipe?
I do. The recipe, it's in my head.
Nice.
I have nothing that is on pen to paper.
Yeah.
And this is why I will go back to where my brand is concerned, and I set that very high standard for myself, and that it all comes down to where my supply chain, where I get my raw material from to create the product. A lot of my suppliers, I have a very wide chain. My supply chain is very wide.
Okay.
All right. And the reason for that is because I may use a particular brand in China once it's on the market.
And you set a standard.
And I set that standard for them.
So you don't care if that China is $100
I don't care.
or $200. No. You're not going to compromise.
Never.
Okay. So that means you have a certain grain of China.
A certain grain of China. But also, China is something that actually hits the market and it's seasonal. We don't get it all the time. But I have other options that's available to me. Now, this is something that we look at. Again, there are people who would as I say, do something just to generate from it. They don't care what they put outside there, but not me.
You don't compromise.
No, I don't do it, period. My workers know me. They know how I operate. They know how I like things done. This is a very, very that road is very difficult to maintain though
Well,
at times.
I'll tell you something, Mr. Muhammad. It is because you've set a certain standard.
Correct.
You don't compromise. You're in business 13 years and going strong, and you could grow and you could employ 11 people or more perhaps in the future.
Correct.
Because I know where your mind is.
Exactly.
But the point, it's important to understand when you do things in life, you set a standard for yourself.
Perfect.
And that is perhaps why you would have grown by leaps and bounds from strength to strength.
Correct.
So it started in your kitchen with family, then it went on to the vegetable man, and he telling everybody. And then from there, you've just grown.
I've grown, yeah.
And because you have that consistency.
Yeah.
Now I know you talk about the formula, or the recipe rather, is in your head.
Correct.
I'm asking, on national television, do you teach your children? Because they are involved in the business.
Right.
And the fact is, eventually, we don't know because they've got their own goals and they've got their own dreams.
Correct.
They or one could decide, we're going to take this further. This is a gift and we want to continue with it. Or they may not eventually. They both might come to you one day and say, Dad, we want to go and study and we don't want to be interested. And that is reality.
Exactly.
And it's
It
happening.
is.
I'm telling you, Mr. Muhammad, it's happening to a lot of business people in this country
Yeah.
that started with very humble beginnings, would have grown from strength to strength, and their kids are saying, well, we don't want to live
Yeah.
here. We don't see a future for ourselves here. And that's the end of that legacy. You follow?
Yeah. Well, now, as you correctly said, I may set this foundation for my kids. You know, they, as I say, involved in the industry, but they have their own dreams as well. They would want to pursue different things, whatever they may see fit to them, whatever their passion is. I'm not saying that if I'm passion driven to what I have, it's
Yeah.
not that they have the same passion for it.
Right.
So what I actually created is do what you want to do,
Yeah.
but if it doesn't work out for you, remember you have something that you can
Wow.
fall back on.
And I think that's brilliant. It's awesome. I always tell people, yes, you have a talent, yes, you have a gift, but what is important is that you always have a little backup plan.
Correct.
You always have a little something that you could get by in the event of.
Correct.
It's like always having a little savings
Yeah.
for rainy days.
Yeah.
A little vex money, as some people say. You
Yeah.
know?
Correct.
This is a
Go on.
program, Conversations with Zelisa. I'm in conversation with a son of the soil. I'm speaking of Mr. Nawaz Muhammad. He's talking about his pathway to success. It didn't come easy, and it still isn't easy. It's very difficult. Not a lot of us. If I don't go to bed at a certain time, I cannot get to bed at a certain time. If I don't get my rest, I can't function, and that's the truth. Even if it's just a power nap, and here this man is investing his life, his time, his health. He's compromising his health. For our, when we go and we stand up and we wait to have our doubles, we get to enjoy a piece of that, not understanding what really goes into presenting a doubles for us to eat. Right? Let's go to these important messages. When we return, we continue our conversation. When we return, we're going to be talking about this new how he's been innovative, and this new idea that he had that took birth, and it is just creating a storm. Let's go to these messages.
I am Avinash Singh, former Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries. I will be hosting the next Harvest, a forward-looking agricultural TV series exploring innovation, resilience, and opportunity across the Caribbean farming landscape. Join me right here on Real TV every Wednesday at 9 a.m. with repeats. See you soon.
Hello, I am Astrid Morillo, Mrs. Congeniality, a bilingual Venezuelan living in Trinidad. I invite you to join me for an exciting new program, La Voz Latina, where we will highlight the achievements, challenges, businesses, and culture of the Latin community in Trinidad and Tobago, including the food, music, talents, immigration experiences, and more. Join me every Saturday and Sunday from 6 to 7 p.m. for conversations that celebrate our voices, our stories, and our community. Coming soon to Real TV.
When security matters most, choose Catch Security Services Limited. We are proudly approved by the Ministry of Homeland Security. We protect your home, business, community, and much more. Our services include professional baton and armed officers, specialized K-9 units, mobile patrols, secure cash pickups, secure transport, and pepper spray applications and supply coming soon. Don't wait. Secure your assets now. Contact Catch Security today. Call 622-6601, email info@cssl-tt.com, or visit our office at 30-32, Saddle Road, Maraval.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you, to all of our local, regional and international viewers, especially the regional and international ones. I tell you, when you hear about doubles, you feel like having one. I feel like having a doubles, let me tell you. I have a little soft spot for doubles, doubles and coconut water, right?
Okay.
But I have it in moderation, right?
Perfect.
And I don't have doubles from just anybody.
Correct.
But you know I'm going to have your doubles soon.
Definitely.
Welcome back, Mr. Mohammed. You know,
Thank
he's sharing his story. He's sharing his personal life story, leaving one path that he was very familiar with, coming into the unknown, but making it a success. Now, I want to go into the magnitude of your work. You don't just sell doubles, you've gone beyond that in terms of you go to different events and things like that. And we'll
Correct.
talk about that before we wrap. But
Okay.
I want you now to talk about that when he told me about his doubles and what sets him apart and his doubles apart, I was like, what?
Yeah.
You have to be on the show. Talk to us about this new doubles that you've started presenting and the pies as well.
Pies as well, yeah.
Talk to us.
Okay, so
Listen to this, right?
So I have my my addition to the doubles where I do cheesy doubles, cheesy pineapple doubles, cheesy pineapple pie as well.
Yeah.
So those are the things, and even now I get to realize that a lot of people love the doubles with the cheese and pineapple as well as the pie. They even asking for it, and there's Sahina as well too.
Ah.
So yeah, so it's something where it's growing from strength to strength, and people, which the purchasing public is actually asking for their stuff. They create their own stuff and ask me if they could have it, and it's like, yeah, of course it could be done. Anything that you want, we are here to please you.
Wow.
And they came up with their stuff.
So when you told me, right, when you said, well, I do a doubles with a difference, you know, I do doubles with cheese and I do a doubles with pineapple, I think in pizza.
Right.
And I could think of it in the pie. Because,
Right.
you know, some of us have the pie and then we have the chan in it and we have cheese in it.
Correct.
Right? But pie now, that additive, that sweet taste to it,
Right.
people who like that savour, you know, that salt and sweet,
Yeah.
combination. And they have pepper sauce on that as well.
Yeah, they have everything, just like a normal cheese pie.
Yeah.
But again, it's how you go about making the product. It's how you administer the product
Yeah.
to the individuals. You have to put the perfect amount of stuff to wow them.
So, I want to go back to the doubles with cheese now.
Right.
Is it that you grate the cheese, you put a piece, how does it work?
Okay, so yes, it's grated cheese. Since I have
Cheddar cheese.
yeah. Everything. Oh, I must say everything at my establishment, it's rennet free. I
Nice.
don't use fresh at all. Hence the reason, because I temples, I cater for them. And I like to keep it
Events
this way.
and things
Yeah.
like that. Brilliant.
Since I started, this has been a go-to for me. No fresh at all. So don't even come asking for chicken doubles or
Yeah.
duck doubles, whatever. You know, I don't do that.
Doubles
Yeah.
is, but talk to me. So you have the bara
So the barra is freshly fried.
Right.
So when you request a cheesy doubles, the barra is freshly fried. Now it's optional.
Yeah.
It's optional. If you don't like the crispy barra when it now fried, we can
like
use
a
the normal,
crispy
the
double,
crispy doubles.
Right. You put in the...
I put the grated cheese on the hot barra as soon as it come out. It
so
needs
it's
to be
melting.
melted. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's that. It has that effect.
Yeah.
Then I make it according to how the customer requested it. And the final touch is where I put grated cheese on top of the hot chana as well.
So this is like, wait now, I'm thinking of the barra and the cheese is like bacon cheese.
Bacon cheese, yeah. Yeah.
And chana, and then some more cheese.
Correct, that's
and
it.
your pepper, but I feel that will go down real good.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And even with the pineapple, a lot of people is not really the pineapple people, right? But who don't want the cheesy pineapple doubles to take the cheesy doubles without the pineapple.
I've seen where now that people are being very innovative, even in pepper sauce. They're making pineapple pepper sauce.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. So it makes a little sense what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, some people like that sweet element, or they like the sweet sauce in a doubles, and
Correct.
like me and others, there are people who don't like anything sweet.
Right.
They just want pepper, and, you know, maybe a little coconut chut, you know.
And maybe some kuchela or whatever the case,
Something
maybe
not sweet.
Sweet, yeah.
But that's, and it's well received.
Yeah, it is.
Talk to us about some of the events. This man is in events, eh?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, he goes to some of the biggest events, right? So he's in demand right now. He probably book up for Carnival.
Yeah, I have some bookings. I really do have
See?
some bookings for Carnival. I have someone who has been with me since the inception of my business, and he was at my establishment. I would present, and he makes sure and leave his number because I do a boat cruise that is on every Carnival Sunday, right? It's Stefan Murray. If he's looking on, he would know himself.
So you go, you actually go on the cruise.
I go on I take my everything onto the boat.
And you assemble it there.
Right there. Right there. And it has been, this is the 4th year, going to be 4 years involved in this industry on my own, and it's 4 years he has been on board with me. And that's just him.
That is a state, that says something right there.
Yeah.
That is about consistency, that is about delivery, that is about a satisfied customer.
Yeah, definitely.
I've seen in weddings, the trend is you get doubles now.
I
It's
have,
a big trend.
Yes, I have done many weddings of people. I have done, I even done, I think it was last year, Christmas, I did Hardcore, group of companies.
Excellent.
I did Bridens recently. I did their sister company, Micon Marketing.
Yeah.
I did all these companies and stuff, and they just have me on board and say they appreciate my service and my quality, and I am the person that they go to first.
So what I like, Mr. Muhammad, is not just the taste and the consistency, but I also think it's you and how humble you are.
Yes.
I think your personality has a lot to do with it. You're very down to earth, you're very approachable, you're warm to have a conversation with.
Right.
And that is where perhaps people could relate as well.
Yeah.
So it's all part of it.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, because if you yourself did not have that warm personality or that, you know, that kind of nature, down to earth, you know, people, I'm telling you something, some kid could be as good, and you have somebody who is full of themselves, or somebody who feel,
Yeah, they're all.
you ain't getting my dollar.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That's just me.
Right. But you are correct.
So I think it's all part of who you
Yes,
are.
you are. Not being on this set presently right now, have me or people perceiving me to be as though I'm this nice person because I'm here. Outside of here, everyone knows me. Everyone knows me and how I actually approach them. They approach me, and how I quell situations. Because at my establishment, not just my establishment, many establishments outside of there in my community, I tend to, not create too much of tensions with individuals. And if there's something, I just try to, allow people to have like good sense prevail.
And you probably have that. You probably get that. Not only with your staff, because everybody have different staffs and different personalities that you have to have in order, but you also get that you're wrapping people waiting, and then one come to the side, which I tell you, I don't like it. I'm being honest here. You line up in the line, and then somebody come to have their doubles at the side. But it's tradition. It's part of tradition. And you probably have somebody tell you, hey, I stand up here so long, and you come in. I'm sure you get that.
That's on a daily basis.
You get that all the time.
That's on a daily basis. That is what I go through on a daily basis, but I let everyone know that I have a system in place. I have 2 doubles box, I have 2 wrappers, and please, I try to have one for takeaway and one for who is eating, just to not create a tension between customers
So
and
some
my
of the
workers.
big establishments like the bank should know that, right? When you have the attendants go on lunch or whatever it is, make sure and have a backup because there are people standing in a line.
Correct.
Customer service.
Customer service is to the forefront for me.
Yeah.
Cleanliness.
Cleanliness.
Cleanliness is key because, I mean, in terms of cleanliness, everyone knows my establishment, my workers. We glove up, we don't touch anything with our bare hands. I don't allow that. And again, my workers know how I operate and what I expect from them, and they do it just as they like me. I like it. So.
Do you have meetings with them? Do you have like, we're going to have a meeting and we're going to, this is,
Yeah, I do on a regular basis. I make sure that they are well within their comfort zone, that they are comfortable. If I have something to say, I would hold a meeting or I would ask the individual to meet me and I would address the situation if they have an issue or not. And apart from that, the relationship that the workers and myself have, we all gel together.
That is important.
We gel together.
That is important, that you're all on the same page and you all have the same goal. They understand instructions, they understand what is expected, and you work towards growth together.
Yeah. But, as I say, it's where customer service is. Anyone know me? If there's a hidden camera anywhere outside of my establishment that people just want to see how approachable I am, they would be so amazed. They would be so amazed. But as I say, it's a work in progress. And my workers in particular is really the reason that fuel me to be where I am as well.
I really want to tell you that I applaud you for even saying that.
Yeah.
Because the fact is, Mr. Mohammed, we're both in business and your workers could make or break you.
Yeah.
Your workers are who they are when you turn your back probably to go in the washroom or to go get some more, or you're having a conversation with somebody and somebody takes over. That is when they shine, when you are not there. Because they represent you and they know what the standards you've set.
Correct.
And if what you give is what you get, so if you're good to them, they're going to be good to you. They're going to be honest. Of course, you have the ones that will steal.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The ones that you trusted most, that will hurt you most, that will think, how you take God out of your thoughts to want to do something wrong when I've been so good to you. But it happens, but it will never pull us down.
Never.
Or it will never hurt me or take me from being kind to someone else.
Definitely.
And that is what is important.
Yes, definitely.
What are your goals, Mr. Mohammed?
Oh, my goals? My goals is really to take this to a different level. My main goal is really to do doubles internationally. I want to take this to the highest level. I want to achieve that. That's my goal. I want to bring this quality, this taste to people outside of Trinidad.
Yeah.
I want to do it. That's even if it's just packaging and being able to export, I'm looking into that.
I think you would do it, and I think it's because of your experiences which would have brought you to this level. You would have grown by leaps and bounds after 13 years.
Correct.
And I could just see you spreading your wings and doing, like having a little factory of doubles.
Correct.
I'll tell you this too. Recently, Real TV, we were invited into Guyana to cover an international business conference. And a doubles in Guyana at one of the malls was $21 TT. So I stood up. I didn't buy no doubles, $21.
Yeah.
But I stood up and I observed, and it was nowhere near to what our doubles
is like.
are like. We've got something that's very unique and very special in Trinidad, and that is our doubles. There are others that would have taken it internationally. Whether they're successful, I mean, I'm not sure of that.
Yeah.
But what I can see is that when you set a goal and you work towards it, so far you've been very disciplined, you've been on track, you've been able to expand because you were in...
I am Western Main Road. My second location is Western Main Road, St. James, which is at the corner of Salazar Street, next to the motorist. That's one of my locations there.
Right. And tell them where you are, where your heartbeat is, where you are in Don Miguel.
Okay, so I'm at the location, my main location, that's Don Miguel Road. For those who don't know Don Miguel Road, if you're on the highway heading east, where Courts Megastore, the Solo Factory, that street there is Don Miguel Road. Once you come off the highway, proceed straight for about 30 seconds. I'm right next to the V&S bar. You can ask anyone for Samsal doubles and they would direct you. That's where I am between Tuesday to Sunday. The hours are between 4:30 in the morning until 12 noon.
So here now, 4:30 in the morning, you hungry.
Yeah.
That's hot piping
hot piping hot.
So 4:30 you start selling.
I start selling to the public at 4:30, but my preparation starts at home from 12, yeah.
And it takes all those hours to get it
Yeah.
up and running. And you're there till 12?
I'm there till 12, and I advertise till 12, till noon, but like on weekends, sometime by 9 o'clock, I don't have anything to sell. Sometime like 10 o'clock, everything finished. I have to keep going through the process there.
So do you, at that time when you realize, well, I'm running out of doubles and it's 9 o'clock and people will come for doubles, do you start to prep more or what happens?
Yeah, I actually start to prep more, but maybe an hour by extension.
Yeah.
So if it's like 9, maybe until 10, I would have to run until that hour.
That says something. You know, I will drive down.
Yeah,
You know, I have to drive down with my daughter and try this cheesy doubles.
Yes, you have to.
I will, and I must. I want to congratulate you.
Thank you.
And I want to let you know that it's people like you who really inspire people like myself and those that are watching the show that may not even have a dream, but they've got a gift or an ability that they don't even recognize. And you could start something with very humble and small beginnings, but you can grow if you have the right attitude.
Correct.
It's about attitude, and it's about gratitude as well.
Definitely. That's a go-to for me.
It's important. And I wish you all the very best as you continue to spread your wings and fly and grow from strength to strength.
Thank you.
I think once you're rooted, after 13 years, you're grounded and rooted, the sky's the limit.
Yes,
yeah?
that's it.
So I wish you continued success, God's choicest blessings, and thank you for coming on the show and sharing your story with us today.
Thank you. It has been a pleasure being here.
You're more than welcome. This is where we're going to wrap things up for today. Remember, if Mr. Muhammad can do it and he did it, so can you. Whatever is your dream, whatever is your goal, don't limit yourself, all right? But rather think outside of the box. And he's been doing that, and it's been working, all right? So it's all about staying on the path. It's about making sure you set a goal, but don't give up. You've got to persevere, all right? Please be good law-abiding citizens. Do what is right at all times. And here's reminding you, my friends, that with God and only God, all things are possible. I am Zelisa Budu Singh Rupani. Have yourselves an awesome day. Thank you so much for choosing us. See you tomorrow.